Wake up!
Be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. And if you haven't already, follow us on social media for tips, tutorials, giveaways, and daily inspiration.
Man, we are back in the place to be. You already know who it is. Qualité. Woo. Your holistic guide toward a thriving life. Ooh, let's get loose. We're gonna start with some dynamic stretching. And I was thinking about two words, dynamic and static, because when you start exercising, you want to implement these two forms of stretching, and that is what's going to keep you loose and limber. So before your workout, you're going to want to do dynamic stretching. And dynamic stretching means including movement. So we'll do a high knee. And back. And then static stretching, which is going to be without movement, holding a pose for 15 to 30 seconds. And you're going to do that post-workout. Why am I talking about dynamic and static stretching? Because those two words came to my mind while I was driving on the way here. And that's how we need to live our lives. We need to be dynamic in situations that require movement, and we need to be static sometimes, holding that position for a long or extended amount of time so that we can create endurance. You feel me? Now, I'll drop a list of the dynamic stretches that I did below this video, but this is how I'm warming up today. We got legs. Like I told you guys last week, I usually do 4 exercises in my routine. Warm up with leg curls, leg extensions. Then I get to leg press, Bulgarian, hip thrust, and we'll finish like that. But this week, we're gonna switch out the leg press for a stiff leg RDL. Let's get to it. How important is it to warm up your body before going into your working sets? It's crucial. Came over here, got everything cleaned up, like the weight somebody already had on here. Now getting to work, doing a single leg curl. Squeezing at the top, slow eccentric coming down. Switch legs, not too concerned about how many reps, but you want to do the same amount of reps on both legs. But pushing for hypertrophy. Making sure I'm focusing on form. I think Mike Israel said it the best from RP Strength. A lot of us who are in this business are in it for the art. It's about sculpting the body piece by piece, building it brick by brick to develop the image in which you desire to have. And during this journey, I hope you guys can witness to me doing that, and I hope that my journey inspires you to go on your own journey. Who doesn't love a nice superset? We'll pair those leg extensions with leg curls, and let's grow. For a moment there, I lost my train of thought. I was caught up in this song, and I was thinking about how far we've come. This is year 3 for me in my fitness journey. 2, 3, 4. We'll drop the weight just a hair since we're warming up. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on. 9, 10. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Both legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yes, Lord. Bring it down just a hair. Finish it out. 6, 7, 8. Come on. 9. Come on. 10. Oh. Woo. Great freaking set. And also too, I was thinking about that on this microphone, there's an isolation mode. So it kind of takes out the background noise and allows for the voice just to be heard. Either way, I'm here for me. I'm here for you guys. And I want to see you grow. Must be the Red Bull kicking in. Nah. But I'm serious. I wholeheartedly believe that months, quarters, years are static seasons, periods of life where you're holding a position, a stance, a belief for that time that allows for you to grow dynamically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Both legs. Ooh. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, come on. 6, 7, 8, 9. And day to day, life is extremely dynamic. So maybe right now you're asking, what does or what should my day to day look like? Find a rhythm and routine that works to develop you in a dynamic way. Let me show you. Ooh. Now, where did the two words dynamic and static come into play? Well, on my way here, grabbed my phone. I said, "Hey Siri, what's the difference between dynamic and static stretching?" And I would encourage you to do the same. Lo and behold, a definition will pop up saying dynamic stretching is different from static stretching, where dynamic stretching requires movement and static stretching is a motion or movement that requires you to hold a pose for 15 to 30 seconds. I'm like, all right, cool. Lord, Spirit, mind, whoever you talk to, how do you want me to translate this information to my audience? Well, it's quite simple, Keith. There are two ways most people are living. Some are dynamic, some are static, but I'm requiring them to be both in order to have a fulfilled and full life. And I said, okay, that's interesting. Let's run with that today. So, with dynamic being pre-workout, as you're doing movement to bring blood to the muscles, essentially, that you're going to be working on, how is that applicable to our life? And static being slow, or static being post-workout, slow moving, holding a pose for 15 to 30 seconds. How does that apply to our lifestyle? Let me do this set. That was a long enough break, and then we'll get into it. Here we go. Squeezing at the top. Slow coming down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. 8, 9. Come on. 10. Come on. Ooh. Both legs. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. 6. Come on. 7. Come on. 8, come on. 9, come on. Oh, yes. Woo. It's a work day. Where I left off, static versus dynamic. How can each translate into our lives? Well, last week we talked about Newton's third law. And in my mind as well, we plan on talking about all of Newton's laws. But Newton's third law states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction, which requires motion, making our life dynamic. From the time that we wake up to the time that we go to bed, we're pretty much in motion, unless you're sitting down to rest and recover. But there are times where you're called to be static, holding a stance or position for a period of time, which in turn allows for growth to happen. And I look at life day to day as being dynamic, and life season to season being static. During this 90 days, I'm focusing on holding a pose or position or stance or belief that's going to allow me to grow. And that stance, pose, belief influences my movements dynamically. Stay with me. Ooh. Guys, one of the most dope things just happened while filming this video. When you can talk about principles and they manifest as you are speaking them, it's nothing that can compare to that type of feeling. So we're talking about living a dynamic life, living a static life. How does that look together? Because some of us think our lives are more dynamic, some of us feel our lives are more static, but both ends have to come to a consensus. And also too, during this workout, we're going to pivot and do some different exercises because Planet Fitness got some new equipment. They got the hack squat in my gym, and they have the hip thrust machine in my gym. So we're definitely going to be using both of those this leg day. But let me get to the stiff leg RDLs that we're switching out for the leg press. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I didn't feel like I was getting enough work in my hamstrings. And I wanted a motion or movement that was going to isolate that hamstring. So switching that out, being flexible, being dynamic. This is what it looks like. I'm going to warm up with 2 plates, 1 plate on each side, LOL. And then we'll go from here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, come on, 9, 10, 11, 12. Great set. And what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it around so you guys can see my hamstrings making that motion. The first time we hit it from the back. This time I'm gonna hit it from the front. Pun completely intended. The reason why I switch sides, I want to see which pulls more on our hamstrings. And I personally found that doing it from this angle, yeah, being that the Smith machine that we have here at Planet Fitness are slanted, gets a better pull on your hamstrings. So it's being flexible, being dynamic, being able to pivot, being able to do something different, not necessarily strict to the regimen, but knowing that, oh yeah, I can do this instead of that instead of this, and still get results. Like I said, we're going to be switching out some exercises today because they got new equipment. I didn't expect them to have new equipment. I came in with my mindset on doing these certain exercises, but with the availability of the new equipment, and I know that I'm going to get the same, if not better results using that equipment, meant to do the same thing that the equipment that I was using before did, why not? So, like I said, hitting it from the front, big chest, shoulders back and down, feet hip shoulder length apart. If you got straps, strap on. Wrap them around the bar. Yeah. Slight bend in our knees. Engage the weight. Hinging at our hips. Pushing our glutes back. Hinging at the hips. Pushing our glutes back. Hinging at the hips. Pushing our glutes back. 4, 5, 6, come on. 7, 8, come on. 9, come on. Up. Woo. Great freaking set. Let's go. I'm gonna up the weight on this set, but isn't it funny how your body will only go as far as you tell it to? And if you are one to set boundaries and limitations on yourself because of fear, how do you expect to go further? How do you expect to live a dynamic life? You can't be static all the time. By increasing the weight in the exercise world, we call that progressive overload, which allows for muscle growth and strength to be built. 3, 4, 5, 7, come on. 8, come on. 9, 10. Woo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo. 7, 8, 9. Come on. 10. Woo. Never stop building. Never stop growing. Never stop progressing. Always push for more. Just wait, you'll see. Ooh, yeah. Like I said, guys, Planet Fitness got some new equipment. Standing, sitting, juxtaposed position on the hack squat machine at my local Planet Fitness. This is pretty dope. I'm gonna add it to my regimen now. And I just did a set with a 45 and a quarter. It was a little bit heavy because I haven't done this exercise in a while. And I want to make sure that I'm getting full range of motion. We want those heels to be in our glutes, literally. So I'm going to drop down to a 45, pray to Jesus Christ. And again, if you want a quad dominant hack squat, your legs are going to be a little bit more on the platform. Glute focus hack squat, my toes are hanging off the platform. Now watch. This is what I was trying to say to you guys. Ooh, all the way down, all the way up. That's really getting in your bag. Complete full range of motion. Let's grow. 2, come on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. 8, come on. 9, come on. One more, finish. That's great. Whew, that's good. Man, that was killer. Now, on my Instagram, you may see me shorting my reps. I may honestly re-record the video. But right now, we got a delivery to make. So my apologies to cut this short for the moment. I'll hop back in the video when I get back, but I'm gonna run home and make a couple smoothies for one of my guys here at the gym. Shout out Brent for supporting an up and coming business. So if you're ever here in Mansfield, Ohio, and you need a meal replacement smoothie, don't be afraid to come holler at me. I will put the QR code on the screen so you guys can sign up for our email list. You can go back to the first episode of me recording these workout videos. They'll be there. This is the 3rd episode of me recording these videos. And simply, our mission is to represent the standard above. God placed my wife and I here with a mission to expand the kingdom of God here on earth as it is in heaven. And lucky for you, it's through creating meal replacement smoothies, but also living a healthy, holistic lifestyle. It comes with showing up here 3 times a week, or exercising 3 or more times a week, getting after it, really in pursuit of Christ and his calling for us. So I'll be back. Don't leave. I told you I'd be back. This is our last and final exercise in this fine leg day. Today we talked about dynamic and static stretching, how the concept itself can be translated into our lives, and how to adjust our lives accordingly so that we can see both dynamic and static playing out in the reality that we're living in. Again, day to day, your life is going to be dynamic. If dynamic is defined as stretching with movement, let us all strive to be stretched in motion in our pursuit for the things that we desire. Static, holding a position or pose for a period of 15 to 30 seconds so that the muscle is being stretched. That translates to holding something, a position, a belief, something that we do season to season, so that over time, that static position that we have can redefine our dynamic movement. For our last exercise, I'm going to be doing hip thrusts. They got the hip thruster, LOL, at Planet Fitness where I'm located. Dope. Love this machine. Love doing hip thrusts for leg workouts. Definitely check out my last 2 videos. This is video number 3 in the saga series. Again, my name is Keith Lamont Parker. I can't even say my name. My name is Keith Lamont Parker Emerson Jr. This is the standard above, and these are basic instructions before leaving Earth. I'm definitely going to do a pose down. I wish there was a lot less people here, but maybe we'll just pose in the locker room today. I wanted to get out on the floor and do it, but the manager's here and I'm running behind on schedule. So let's get this last set in. We'll call it hop on the treadmill after for cardio. Let's go. Oh man, gotta get that up. Whew. I'm tired. That's how you know. That's all, folks. Like I said, we'll probably do a pose down and then hop on the treadmill. These are basic instructions before leaving Earth. I'll see you guys next time.